You're watching NBA Now by Chat Sports. I'm Chase Sr., and if you're new to us here at Chat Sports, we're a very interactive YouTube channel. We hit you with the hard-hitting analysis, but also we like to have a lot of fun, and we like to involve you in our shows. Big part of that, our mailbag. So use the hashtag NBA or Super Chat us. We will answer your questions on the air, and that's all reasons for you to subscribe to what we're doing here at Chat Sports. We kick off this mailbag with this Super Chat. Coming in on our live show, recording this on Wednesday from Colin Reed, $5 Super Chat. Put cap filler where needed, but what do you think of the 76ers, Kemba, Hield, and pick 16 and 18, Thunder, pick 9, and Bagley, Kings, Simmons? I wish I could decipher what you just said right there, Colin. I don't understand it, and I feel bad because you Super Chatted us. I'm not sure what you're trying to convey with this thought right here. Are you saying the Sixers get Kemba Walker and Buddy Hield, as well as pick 16 and 18. The Thunder get pick 9, Bagley, and Simmons goes to the Kings? I'm not sure. Let me just give you an answer since you Super Chatted us. I'm not trading Ben Simmons to the Sacramento Kings unless I get back De'Aaron Fox. If De'Aaron Fox isn't in that deal, I'm hanging up on you and I'm laughing you right off the phone. As for the Thunder, during the NBA draft and free agency, the trade assets that they have allow them to do a couple of things. They can use those draft assets to either pick players to continue their rebuilding process, or they can use those picks to try to trade for preeminent players across the league. Are Bagley and Buddy Hield on the block? Potentially. Kemba is on the Thunder right now. Could he get traded somewhere else? I think that's going to happen because the Thunder have no use for him. I tried to answer that question as well as I could have, but it was a little bit confusing the way it was laid out. Marquise Robertson watches almost every video that we publish here at Chat Sports. Chase Sr., are you yelling at me? Do you see the Lakers trading Kyle Kuzma and Marc Gasol and Dennis Schroder to the Golden State Warriors? I don't see it happening because why would the Golden State Warriors want Kyle Kuzma and Marc Gasol? I think Kuzma's confidence is down. I'd actually like to see him go to a bad team in the NBA to be a good stats, bad team guy. I think that allows him to rebuild his confidence. For any team that wants to trade for Kyle Kuzma, he's on the books for a base salary of around $13 million over the next few seasons. So if he gets to the point where he's averaging 15 to 20 points per game, that's pretty good bang for your buck right there. Also, Dennis Schroder is going to be a free agent, so that would have to be a sign-and trade, nor do I think Golden State is going to be in play for a player like Schroder. Jermaine O'Real, keeping it real here on NBA Now. I love it. Is it more important for the Celtics to get a guard or a big man this offseason, and who should it be? They need to figure out the point guard position. And if you go to youtube.com/CelticsTV, that link at the bottom of your screen, we have a Celtics channel. It's called Celtics Today by Chat Sports. Yesterday, as we record this on Wednesday, I talked about this on Tuesday. I did talk about the possibility of Marcus Smart starting at point guard. I don't hate the idea. It's actually grown on me a little bit. You have Peyton Pritchard as a potential backup. I don't think the Celtics are going to go after big ticket point guards like a Kyle Lowry or a Dennis Schroder or a Mike Conley. I think they're more so in the market for secondary options like a Patty Mills, a TJ McConnell, maybe even an Elfrid Payton. I like McConnell and Patty Mills of that bunch. So they got to figure out point guard. As for the big man, if Miles Turner is on the block for a trade, I'd think about that. If Andre Drummond wants to come cheap and not make $28 million like he did with the Cavs last year when he was stealing money from that franchise, I'd think about him as well. But those are some of the options I'm thinking about if I'm Brad Stevens. Yo, Hoopers. I'm a hooper. I got that nice tray ball. You want to play pickup? Come to Dallas and let's see what's up. You want to slide in my DMs and talk basketball? We can do that as well. Give me a follow on Twitter at Chase_Senior. It's also the same handle on my Instagram account. I'm trying to get to 4,000 followers at some point. Somehow Twitter gave me the blue check mark. I don't know why they gave it to me. You know, who knows, but I'll take it. Give me a follow right now at Chase_Senior. Slide in my DMs if I don't answer your question on today's mailbag, and we can chop it up and talk some ball. Let's move on to this question from Jason Kreider. Who should target Andre Drummond? I talked about the Celtics maybe targeting Andre Drummond. Maybe the Lakers could bring him back, although he did take to Instagram to say he wasn't really happy with his role with Frank Vogel as coach. Maybe the Golden State Warriors need some backup options at the center spot. If the Mavericks get rid of a player like Kristaps Porzingis, maybe they decide to bring in Andre Drummond because the pick and roll two-man game between Luka and Andre Drummond could be pretty dangerous. Other teams across the NBA who are center heavy, maybe a team like the Spurs, teams with backup center needs. I don't think Andre Drummond is going to get the bag like he did from the Detroit Pistons. He's an okay player for me, not a great player. He's going to be very active on the glass. He's going to give you some defensive prowess, but he can get picked apart defensively if he's going up against an athletic big who can knock down some shots from the outside. To move on in this mailbag with this question from Juan's Toy Show. Do you think that LeBron James will retire next year? There's no chance. LeBron James was on the Smart List podcast with Jason Bateman, who Ozark, one of the best shows of all time, no doubt. If you haven't watched it, you should. And he said that he wants to play for 4, 5, 6, maybe even 7 more years. LeBron is still at the peak of his powers, even though he's 36 years old right now. I don't think he's going to retire, nor do I think he wants to retire. He has made so much money where he could walk away from the game right now and just be like, yo, I'm good. But LeBron is also one of the best competitors that we've seen ever in the history of the league, and he wants another championship to add to his resume, to give him, 4 rings, which would really put him in elite category. So I don't think LeBron is going to retire, nor do I think he should, because he's still playing excellent basketball. I did see another super chat come in, so we will get to that here in just a bit. Another super chat coming in from Colin Reed. We will get to that right now. All right, Colin Reed chiming in again. Do the Thunder use 16 and 18 for another lottery pick? Potentially. And I understand why it sounds good when you think about it, Colin, in theory. But if you're another team in the lottery and the Thunder are like, hey, we'll give you picks 16 and 18 for 13. Don't you want to stay put at 13? Because I think the drop-off from 13 to 16 could be pretty steep. Now, depending on how the draft order falls, there's some weird stuff that could happen. If Jalen Green goes number 1, Cade Cunningham 2, and that sets the rest of the order and puts it all out of whack, maybe some wild things could happen in terms of that draft order and some players drop where you could go from 13 to 16 or 18 and get the player that you do value. But I don't think that is equal trade value. Dingleberry Jones. Hopefully you don't have a dingleberry down there. What will it take for Luka to overtake Dirk as the best player to wear a Mavs jersey? What a phenomenal question. Dirk Nowitzki, we're based in Dallas, is beloved here. I see murals of him everywhere. There's a Dirk Nowitzki way near the arena downtown. Dirk Nowitzki is beloved here. He's a hero. He's an icon. And he could do no wrong. He should never have to pay for a drink ever in the city of Dallas. He won 1 championship, though. If Luka wins 2 championships, or just more than 1, and he stays with the Mavs his entire career just like Dirk Nowitzki did, that's a way for Luka to overtake Dirk. What a conversation we're having, though, pertaining to that, because Luka reminds me a lot of LeBron James. And this dude is, 22 years old right now? It's actually kind of ridiculous how good he already is. And if he overtakes Dirk, you're talking about one of the best players in the history of the NBA. Make sure you subscribe to us here at Chat Sports. We're an interactive YouTube channel. We hit you with the latest NBA news and rumors. And our NBA coverage is really only getting started because the NBA draft is in 2 Thursdays. We will be live for it. Then NBA Free Agency starts on August 2nd, and we're going to be doing a bunch of live shows. Anytime any breaking news happens during free agency, we'll be live for that. As I talk about, we'll be live breaking down all of these draft prospects during the NBA draft, and we're trying to get to 250,000 subscribers. Hit that red subscribe button down below or go to youtube.com/chatsportstv. Let's move ahead in this mailbag with this question from AJ DeGoat. Dame to the Warriors. According to Anthony Slater of The Athletic, the Warriors have had internal discussions about a potential trade for Damian Lillard. I have some fit questions and some fit concerns because Dame and Steph are both ball dominant. And if you want to say that Steph Curry can play off the ball or Dame can play off the ball, you can say that because one of them will be forced to do so when the other is on the court. But they need the ball to create and shoot. But I think at the end of the day, if you're Bob Myers and Steve Kerr and you have an opportunity to, let's say, trade away like James Wiseman, Andrew Wiggins, the 7th and 14th overall picks for Dame, you do it 10 times out of 10 every day, including Sunday, 365 days a year, 366 if it's a leap year, and you just figure out the rest later because Damian Lillard is one of one. And a shooting trio of Dame, Klay Thompson, and Steph Curry, good night. Juan's Toy Show with another question. What do you react on NBA 2K22? It will be released in September 2021. Are you asking me about the cover? I'm not sure if you're asking me about the cover. Perry, did the cover come out for NBA 2K 2022? Who's on the cover? Okay, and you're on air right now, right? Okay, get on air so that you can talk to the people. Okay.
We got Kevin Durant, Dirk Nowitzki, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on the Legend version.
Okay.
And then on the WNBA version, we got Candace Parker.
Nice.
So those are the cover athletes.
Sweet. So are they doing like multiple covers then?
Yep.
Okay,
you got the regular, which is Luka.
All right.
And then you got the Legend, which is KD, Kareem, and Dirk, and then the WNBA version, Candace Parker.
Word up. You're a big gamer, right? You like to hit the sticks?
I'm on every night.
You're on every night? You want to plug your like live handle or whatever?
Hey, at PRandall3. Go look me up, man.
There you go. Ball up in NBA 2K against producer Perry. Appreciate him coming through the clutch with that answer right there. So Juan's Toy Show, those are the people on those variety of covers on NBA 2K 2022. I'm not the biggest gamer in the world. I'm not going to lie. I'd rather talk about basketball than play it in a video game. But for the gamers out there, shout out to you. Speaking of shout outs, shout out your favorite team in the comment section right now. Let's see what you guys come up with. Shout out your favorite squad. Also, I see that super chat that we got. Oh, no, that was an old super chat. Never mind. All good. Shout out your favorite team in the comment section right now. Who is your favorite team? Shanav, Nuggets, the Atlanta Analyst, the Hawks, Blinky, Raptors, Shanav, Nuggets, Bryant, Coart, Bulls, the Atlanta Analyst, of course, going with the Hawks. I'm saying Bulls. I'm seeing Celtics. I'm seeing Lakers from Juan's Toy Show. 2K Nola, we see your question. Stay tuned with that super chat. We will get to that in our second mailbag unless we want to pull it up now. Shanav going with the Nuggets. I'm seeing Raptors, Hawks, Warriors, Pistons, MFFL for the Mavs fans for life. LA Lakers, Bucks, Hawks, Bulls, Mavericks, and Warriors from Matt Solomon. He seems a little conflicted, but hey, if you got 3 different favorite teams, I hear you. Appreciate all of you for chiming in with your favorite squads. Let's get to the super chat from 2K Nola. Appreciate the $5, my dude. Pelicans trade Eric Bledsoe and picks for Terrence Ross and Larry Nance, Steven Adams for KP, then Zoe and Hart to Phoenix for Bridges and Cam Jordan because CP3 may leave. Okay, that's a lot to unpack there. First of all, the Suns would be insane to trade away Bridges. There's no reason to. I think he's going to be a fantastic 3-and-D wing for the next several years. I'm actually very hurt that my Sixers traded Mikal Bridges for Zaire Smith. That's an awful trade. Are the Pelicans going to be active, 2K Nola? I don't think there's any doubt because they have to keep Zion Williamson happy. That should be of the utmost concern for the New Orleans Pelicans. I really like the hiring of Willie Green. I thought the hiring of Stan Van Gundy was just weird. It was confusing. It didn't make any sense. They brought in some boomer, some old guy who didn't mesh or gel with anybody on the roster. Now they go the complete other side of the scale. They bring in Willie Green, who's been able to learn under Monty Williams, who I think has solidified himself as a top 5 coach. And you have that influx of youth down there to try to make everybody happy. And also, I think Willie Green is just a relatable dude. So you're asking about the Pelicans being active. I think they are going to be. What do they do with Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart? I would keep both of them because I think that's part of the nucleus that the Pelicans are building. And they have a lot of talent. There's no reason why they shouldn't make the playoffs this upcoming year. Another super chat, last one before we get to our second mailbag and Ben Simmons trade destinations if you're watching us on our live show. This super chat, $5 coming in from Kings ENT. Ben Simmons and Curry to the Hornets for Terry Rozier and Gordon Hayward. No, I'm not doing it. First of all, I think Ben Simmons is worth more than that. I think Seth Curry, he shot like more than 90% on open three-point looks throughout the playoffs, and you get back Hayward for him, I don't think that's equal value. I am not pulling the trigger on that deal.